So as I understand, this is all from an executive order that accompanied the LEARNS Act. I wonder if you could kind of explain just the inception of the teacher residency and why it is sort of, I guess, taking full effect now, kind of in the lead up to spring 27.
Yeah. So when Arkansas LEARNS was signed into law, we knew that was a comprehensive, robust plan for improving student learnings and outcomes. And a big part of Arkansas LEARNS was investing in teachers, whether it was raising teacher salaries, whether it was supporting teachers in the classroom. We know the greatest impact on student learning is the teacher standing in front of them. Well, Arkansas LEARNS established a very innovative program called the Teacher Residency Program. And these are for students and candidates that are on traditional teacher preparation programs to get a year-long full immersive experience in a classroom with a mentor teacher to make sure that they are getting supervised by one of the state's best teachers in the school districts they're working with, the support of their college and university, and make sure that the skills that they're honing in on ensures their success and smooth transition to becoming a full classroom teacher on their own.
And I don't know which article it was I was reading, but I think someone commented that Arkansas is one of the first to do this at this scale. So is this kind of statewide for any public school teachers must participate in this?
So teachers that go to school to become a teacher, part of that learning experience is now going to happen in the classroom. Instead of sitting in a classroom at a university hall, we're now bringing the university professors to the classroom with mentor teachers, and it's not just one semester, it's a full year-long experience. And what we're seeing is that teacher candidates are thriving, they're honing in their skills, they're getting hands-on practical experience. And for the school district, it's great to have the extra support and the support of their university, but it's also a great interview for that teacher because they're able to prove themselves right there in the schools, and it just makes a seamless transition into the classroom.
I'm just going to shift the angle here a little bit. And so spring 27 is when all teachers must have that residency to be able to start working. So I wonder if you could kind of, just so I can kind of visualize it or understand, just kind of describe the growth of these programs since that executive order in, I guess, 23,
right,
up till now. How many school districts have some sort of residency
I don't know
program?
if we know that number. Let me see if I have that number. I might have to ask Brandy on the number of districts.
It doesn't
I
have
can try to
be
dig that up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's growing. Yeah.
Oh, just a slight inch spread. That's perfect. You were saying?
So when the teacher residency program was signed into law, we had immediately started working with our university education preparation programs on how we're going to scale this up and roll it out so that we can meet the requirement that all future teacher candidates have to go through this experience. We know that investing in teachers and better preparing them in the science of reading, understanding their content, the learning strategies that work best for the students they serve is got to happen in the classroom under the supervision of a mentor teacher. And in fact, some of these teachers, if they can demonstrate mastery at an early level, pass all their required exams, can get an aspiring teacher permit and maybe even transition to becoming a teacher of record in that school district. So this really helps build the pipeline of quality and really make sure that when the teachers graduate from university that they can seamlessly enter the classroom ready day one.
And I wonder if we could, so what kind of brought on the need for a teacher residency program? So obviously right now there's a program hasn't been fully adopted statewide just yet, I imagine, but there's for years before the current administration, there's just been issues with retaining quality teachers and
right.
the number of unlicensed teachers. Could you describe kind of the issue that this is a solution to?
Well, so when we would talk to superintendents and principals and school leaders about the quality of candidates that they're getting through traditional teacher preparation programs, they sense frustration that they would hire a new teacher that just graduated, then have to spend all year training them on how to actually teach in the classroom. So instead of just taking a one semester model that we've done for years in education where that aspiring teacher just sits back in the classroom and observes what happens, we now put them in front of the students under the tutelage of a master teacher year long so that they're getting practical hands-on experience. That way, when a principal hires a teacher, a school district hires a teacher, they're day one ready, and they don't have to spend months and years training teachers to actually teach because they've been doing it for a year.
And this is also probably a question maybe more for Pine Bluff School District, but they've kind of made headlines as being one of the failing school districts in the state. I'm not sure when they adopted the residency program, but I'm sure that's kind of a part of the solution to that problem. If you do know anything about that district in particular, what are maybe the successes or kind of changes that program has brought about?
Yeah, so when we look at some school districts where this program is thriving, Pine Bluff School District being one of them, it really started with the leadership at the school district and the leadership at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So UAPB has a thriving teacher education program, and maybe they weren't directly working with school districts and school leaders on what can we do to make sure our candidates are better prepared. So that leadership came together and says, we want to own this. We know we need future teachers. We want to tackle staffing shortages. We want to recruit, retain, and recognize the best of the best. Let's work together from both ends of this to make sure that we're able to solve these challenges and issues seamlessly. And they are a shining star of why we needed this teacher in residency program and why we're going to continue to see it grow and be successful in Arkansas.
And sorry to kind of harp on this again, but is it safe to say at this point most school districts in the state have some sort of program? Or?
Yeah, so we have over 20 education preparation programs that are implementing the teacher in residency, and our agency is working directly with them. We're working with school districts because we're seeing a better candidate, and every investment that we can make into the great teachers and leaders in the state of Arkansas is a benefit to our students.
And there are maybe a couple districts out there that haven't implemented this just yet, or universities maybe?
Well, it may not be just that universities or districts haven't implemented yet, but as we hopefully grow the teaching profession and elevate it, we see more candidates going through traditional teacher preparation programs, and then maybe they want to get staffed and do this residency in their own community, in their local home district. So as we keep encouraging the best of the best to go into what I consider the greatest profession of all professions, we're going to see more residencies hitting every single school district, because that's how we're going to grow the next generation of great educators.
And I wonder if you had a soundbite, maybe something, if it is accurate, something along the lines of Arkansas kind of being one of the first to adopt something like this.
Yeah, so once again, with the vision of Governor Sanders and Arkansas Learns, we put together a comprehensive, robust plan for improving education. And one of the big components of Arkansas Learns was investing in teachers, whether it was raising teacher salaries, supporting them with literacy coaches, reimagining teacher preparation programs, making sure that our candidates are day one ready. They know how to teach kids how to read and do math and meet the unique learning needs of each student in their classroom is why we continue to thrive.
And you may have already also said this, but maybe kind of in a short soundbite form.
Sure.
Have we already seen kind of gains through this program being implemented?
The feedback that we hear from principals, superintendents, and teacher preparation programs, deans, and university presidents is overwhelmingly positive. They are so happy to see the candidates thrive, and they're not just sitting in the back of a classroom watching a master teacher. They're standing there side by side, getting coached and mentored by a master teacher, and that immersive experience is getting them day one ready. And it's something that we should have done probably decades ago, but we keep learning from best practices and keep moving forward.